Hey, welcome back to the channel. This is my response to Boston Blades Reviews Open Tag. 3 knives, what would you take out in the woods for a week? That's not defined. What is a week to you? 5 days? 7 days? I don't know. Anyhow, this is what I'd take. And if you'd like to find out more about why I'd take these knives, and actually, there's going to be some honorable mentions in this video too. Go ahead and check out the video. Spin. What do you like? Okay, what do you like? What is that, a ballerina? She's like, oh, let's go back to green. Let's go to green. All right, welcome back to the fortified castle, and I have survived the dreaded Georgia crud, and I'm feeling a lot better. I'm still kind of dizzy and weak though, but I'm not really symptomatic. My voice is kind of raspy, but you know, I'm not feeling that cold symptom anymore. Anyhow, who gives a crap about that? Let's talk about the knives. So before we do that, hi to all my viewers. Bonjour, privet, guten tag, hola, ciao, and konnichiwa to my foreign viewers. So Boston Blade Reviews did this open tag. 3 knives. You're going to take them out in the woods for a week. You had to have a fixed blade, modern folder, and a slip joint, which I don't really like putting limits like that on the knives, but that's what the open tag is, so I went with it. And honestly, this is what I carry out in the woods a lot, so we're going to talk about that. All right, let me just say right off, I don't think very many of you have spent a week in the woods. That's just been my life experience. Now, if you are prior military, perhaps Army, Marine, some other service, Navy SEAL, Special Ops, maybe you've spent some time in the field. But barring that, I think there are very few people that actually go out into the woods and spend more than 3 days in the woods. And so if you do that, though, you're going to learn real quick that you not only can use all of these, but maybe a little bit more. And we'll talk about that towards the end of the video. But let me just talk about these first. So let's look at the modern folder. So that was a requirement for the tag, but I think a lot of guys might carry a knife like this. 227 Uncle Henry slip joint. It's a kind of a trapper model. But what I find is most guys carry in their modern folders. This is what they use on the job. This is I'm a little weak still. This is what they use on the job. They're reliable, they're rugged, they're durable, so they carry them out in the woods with them. And that's what I see when I go out hunting. Most often, guys have a modern folder nowadays, and that's what I carry. So this one in particular is very strong. I really have come to appreciate this knife. Very strong lock on it. Super steel, so you don't have to worry about sharpening it in the field. And if I was going out for a week, this is definitely a crucial part of that loadout. This gives you the ability to do smaller tasks, but not every task. So they're just really good to have. I just did a video on Nesmic. That was one of his recommended things, having a pocket knife with you. Okay, next up is my Model 18. I carry it everywhere. Love this knife. I've only been doing it for about 4 years though. So I've not always carried a slip joint. But the reason this is crucial in the field is you can see this very thin blade right here. And so having that ability to just, I can grab the blade like this and I can work really tight detail, making a trap or something like that. Perhaps even cutting a hole into something so that you can fix a pack or something like that. You need a little tiny thin blade if you're going to spend any time in the woods. The old timers used to carry them, and they really come in handy cutting leather, cutting all kinds of different things. And sometimes, if you ever spend a week out in the woods, it gets boring. And so you might be whittling, just to pass the time of day. And so, yeah, I do carry a slip joint into the woods, and I would, and I think they're really handy and something you need to have. Next up is this wonderful Bark River. Really like this knife. And so you might look at that and say, oh, that's a Bark River 1. But it's not really a 1. It's a 1.25. And the difference is this is a slimmer, lighter version of the 1.3. It's doesn't really look like it, but it is a little smaller and a little more kind of hunting knife kind of knife. Now, a lot of guys aren't going to like this. I like it. I like not having my hand come up over the edge. And if you really want to, you can go like that. That's comfortable to choke up. A lot of guys don't want that ramp so they can get up with their thumb. But in skinning, that's how I skin right there. I put my finger up there and I slice away. And so it's still comfortable to me. But this is a A2 steel, very rugged, very solid knife, and a really cool pine cone resin handle on it. I like it. I don't normally carry a lanyard, but I do on this knife because sometimes I'm chopping away and I don't want that thing flying out of my hand. So I do put a lanyard on this one right here. And so those are the 3 knives. I think those are good choices to carry out into the woods, but I'm going to throw something else in here and just some wisdom for you, okay? So if you're going to go out in the woods for a week, I don't think very many people have. Let me know if you have. But I carry 70% of the time, I've got this Trailmaster from Cold Steel. It is an awesome knife, and it chops better than most hatchets do. At it'll wear out a piece of wood. Baton with this knife. I don't really carry it on my side. I'll carry it on my pack or in my pack. But if you don't, you can see I've strapped on a little fixed blade right there. That's really helpful to have a stronger little tiny fixed blade, especially if you're making traps or just doing bushcraft stuff, right? The other alternative, I do carry a tomahawk with me. I like this, for the same reasons, for chopping wood, right? And I use this. I'll chop into logs and get stuff out of them. I apologize. I'm really having a hard time focusing my thoughts still. But so all of these I would carry into the woods, and I do carry into the woods, but I always have a big chopper. So either this or a hatchet, and that's, if you're going to go out for a week, trust me, you're going to need this stuff, right? It's really hard to go a week with just that stuff right there. You need something a little more substantial. But anyhow, that's my response to Boston Blades review. I've subscribed to them. If you haven't, you ought to subscribe to them. Why haven't you? So go ahead, have a great day. I really appreciate you guys for supporting the channel.